Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying productive? At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, has been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. Trello keeps everyone on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges, and Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and fun. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com.
Scarpins Avenue.
Dan and Ran and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you.
Population Waters.
Derek Waters.
Sorry, I spoke too soon.
Derek,
I got excited.
Yeah,
we want you excited. Yeah.
Derek Waters.
I wanna-
Welcome to town, buddy.
Welcome to the town.
Thank you. This is a cool town.
Right? Dumb People Town.
There's always something going on. I'm always accused of being from here.
From Dumb People Town?
Yeah.
Here's the
You'll fit
deal.
right in then.
You'll either fit right in or you will hear these stories and be like, I'm not as dumb as I thought I was.
Right. Right. I'll feel smart.
Either
at
way,
the
you'll
end.
feel better. Yeah, you are a smart guy.
That's the goal of anything, right?
I think you're sneaky smart.
Let's
you,
just
you portray yourself as not being as smart as you are. You're one of the smartest people we know.
That's very nice.
Of course, people recognize you as and should know you as the creator of Drunk History, one of the funniest shows, like one of the most interesting formats for a show to come along. And you guys have a new season. We'll talk about all that later.
Sounds good. Thank you.
But there's dumbness to get to right quick.
I love it.
Okay, it's happening all around us, and the world's getting. I actually think it's getting dumber.
Or are there so many dumb things that we're learning from our mistakes?
No.
Dumb will always be dumb.
Dumb's always going to be
Dumb's
there.
going to be there,
But
but
smart gets smarter.
smart does get...
But the gap is widening, and I feel
Yeah.
like there's just more people in the dumb range.
Okay.
All right, whatever.
Well, we'll
see.
find out.
Let's
We'll
find
see.
out. We got great stories.
Tomatoes.
Right,
you know?
exactly. So we have great.
You say tomato, I say heirloom tomato.
That's right. So
Great place, by the way.
Dan gets great stories sent to us by
do.
our awesome fans. And how do you do that again, Dan?
You can send them to me via Twitter. That is the best place to do it.
At Daniel Van Kirk, do the hashtag Dumb People Town, and you're right there. And then we can see where you are in the timeline. So who sent this first one?
Okay, here we go. Sent in by the man, Joe Luttrell at The Gentleman Joe.
This dude sends in a bunch, and he's
Sends in
awesome.
so
he's,
much.
He's like out, like he almost has like a police scanner,
The internet version of a police scanner.
like a
Wow.
phone, right? So he's listening to it.
I
He knows
love
the
him.
blotter.
And he knows a lot of the good rules. I can tell people that really quick. Don't hurt animals. Don't hurt kids. Don't have dudes like creeping people out.
No one can die.
Like victimization of women. All that. Like
No one can die.
yeah,
There's
just
a lot
keep
of dumb
it
out
fun.
there that we can kind of
Keep it
avoid all
fun.
that
Yeah.
stuff.
dumb.
Yeah,
Fun
yeah.
dumb.
Just keep it fun, dumb, and I promise it'll work out. Maybe not for the people in the story.
No,
but it'll,
right.
But
it'll
for
probably
us.
work out for the story.
For
yes,
us it
for
will.
sure. Okay. This is a doozy. An Ohio church is apologizing for an inappropriate Easter lesson in which a pastor urged students
to shove eggs into their vaginas.
to spit on him, slap him, and cut him with a steak knife.
Well, hang on a second.
Who is he trying to be?
He is trying to
Jesus.
he's trying to resurrect his image.
But where was he getting stabbed?
It's a great point.
Oh, that
How
is
deep.
How deep and what kind of is
so
there,
deep it put his butt to sleep, I
And
think.
do
to
we
quote
have
Ice
to
Cube.
drink his blood? Like,
That's the
is he
question.
how far?
Yeah.
I mean, we know what would Jesus do. It wasn't Jesus's choice.
No,
Right.
he didn't want to
So
get cut.
yeah, no.
He didn't say cut me, Mick.
Right.
That was Rocky.
Someone should be doing this against his will.
That to be more on
Right,
brand.
yeah.
Yes, and
I
he
mean,
shouldn't
it's
have to
gotta
be
be
able to
historically
say.
accurate.
So hang on a
And
second.
he
If
has to not make us not
hang
say
on a minute.
anything.
If I'm getting this correctly, Derek Waters is saying his crime was liking it too much, or bringing it on
The
himself.
pastor? Yes.
I just want to I think he needs to workshop this idea.
Yeah.
It seems very.
Yeah, this is something
Right.
you should have bounced off somebody.
And did you specifically say kids, or was
Yes,
it just
kids.
members of
He
the
urged
church?
students to
Urged.
spit on him,
Students.
slap him, and cut him with a steak knife. Also, if you're going to go down this road, have the right knife. You don't want a serrated knife.
I mean, that's
That
going to
doesn't even
cut.
cut well.
Well, it must.
serrated
Serrated
knife
does cut
does
well.
Yeah, but it's
better.
for sawing. You're not going to get a good laceration
Ugh.
out of that.
Jesus, Dan, how many
Dude,
people
how
have you
did-
cut
who
up?
cut,
Dan?
Hey, don't you
How
fucking
far did
worry.
it
Can
get?
Can we turn this off really quick?
Did it get? Do we know how far it got, or
You're-
this is the story
We're
that?
gonna find out.
Sorry.
Or no,
I'm
no,
very
no.
You-
excited.
don't
Always
stop
ask.
asking questions.
Always ask.
at
Always
all.
ask questions.
You will find out. You will, I promise you. Impact City Church. Well, I mean, this is on brand.
He is
Impact's-
making an impact.
Right.
Guys, we're going to Impact City right now. I'm going to take you down to Impact City.
Impact City Church
Where the cuts are deep and the grass is pretty.
lead pastor Justin Ross.
Oh, no. Where the cuts are deep and the students are spitty. Take me home, yeah.
to heaven. Lead pastor Justin Ross and part-time associate pastor. That's when you know you're starting to like.
Part-time.
He's a part-time associate pastor, but he's a full-time player.
Right. Part-time.
I like SM and Jesus Christ.
Well, come on down to Impact City Church.
Come on down.
We got great deals on Sundays.
The cuts keep coming.
Impact.
I
Now
also,
I get it.
all I wanted there to be a to the instead of part-time associate pastor, part-time to the associate pastor. It would make me so happy.
Oh, like,
Ready for this name? Mm-hmm. Judeus Dempsey.
No.
Judeus.
Judeus Dempsey.
Judeus.
Went on Facebook this week to publicly apologize to students who were part of the unusual after-school activity on Monday.
Judeus Christian beliefs. Look, I have a son. I take him to religious school. He goes, you got to start stepping the game up if you want to compete with Fortnite. You know, like, hey,
We're cutting motherfuckers
look,
down
you
here
want to
at
come
Impact
spit on a
Church.
guy? Come to religious school. It's
Right.
fun.
Right.
Get into the act.
I
Take a
like
knife.
it, Mom. I like
There's
it.
so many times reading this story where I squirm. Dempsey, that's
Are you
Judeus.
I'm sorry, you're talking about Judeus Dempsey
Yes.
or Jack Dempsey?
Judeus was leading a group of middle and high school students who
That's
were
my
part
kid's
of the
age.
church's weekly after-school students hangouts.
Nope. No.
The program includes food and activities.
We're just hanging out, guys. Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Just eat the food, then
Yeah.
spit it on
Why
Judeus.
is there only steak here?
That's when Dempsey decided to share his message with students about Easter in a way in which he later declared, quote, cross the line.
Yeah. You think?
No shit. Judeus got up in front of the students and he said, this is a quote, I'm going to ask you to do something that might seem a little crazy.
Did he say, cut me, I'm Judeus?
But if there's anyone here that would like to spit in my face, you can do so without any repercussions.
Dan, all right. So there are a lot of fetishes out there, right? There are a lot of things
This
that like
guy's into church.
You look at someone who's like, if I put my elbow in some chocolate pudding, that gets me off. Well, we don't understand
that'd be
it.
so good.
That's not for us to understand.
It'd be
but
nice
that
if that's
gets
all you
off-
needed.
But by the way, that's easy. That's simple. And look, Bill Cosby probably did it a few times.
Right.
But I'm
Pudding
just
didn't know it was going to happen.
Right. You don't know what the next step is. But so maybe this is what gets this guy off. And he's like, I'm clear. If I
But you
make this about
need another
Jesus-
person
To spit in your face.
Right. That's why he has a sometimes assistant.
Hey, you know how Minister Robert Blasky got arrested for touching those kids?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I let the kids touch me.
You did.
Oh.
I think that's what the switch is. Is that I want to touch them, but why don't I let them?
If
touch
I
me?
make
spit on
them-
all the kids.
I want them.
And if they cut me, they're gonna let me touch them.
That's right.
Come on, man. You cut me, man.
You owe me.
At least hold my hand. If there's anyone here that would like to spit in my face, you can do so without any repercussions. You're asking a room of like high school kids, like anybody want to like just be a jerk
How many kids in that moment, just like, a few of them were like,
from where they were sitting?
yes, I got you from here.
Let's delete the spit. Let's delete the cut. What is there a teacher that
you would have wanted to spit in their face?
To spit in? Because I think
spitting is
disgusting.
Well, I think it is one of the worst things you can do to somebody. That's like, remember in baseball when Robbie Alomar spit at the umpire? Apparently, you're like, why was he suspended so much? Because you can't.
It just
spit
happened in the NBA
faces.
this past season. Somebody spit on somebody.
That is so mean.
Just spitting. When we would play baseball in my backyard, my dad would kick any friend out that would spit on the ground.
Really?
But did you guys? The meanest thing my brother did was spit in my mouth.
Oh my God!
That like hold me down and spit.
But you knew how Jesus felt in that moment.
Your brother's a pastor.
That was the story of Easter. You rose up after
you spit an Easter egg down my throat.
Oh God!
What? All right, sorry. I was just curious. I don't think I could ever spit.
I don't think I could ever spit
on someone.
I mean, it's one thing to spit on their foot. To spit in their face takes it up a notch.
I had a teacher.
By the way, that's so intimate. You're like sharing saliva is a.
That's why I said it's sexual for this guy.
It is sexual.
He can't pay a hooker to do it, but he can get the kids hanging out at religious school to do it.
I think he's just a fucking idiot.
No.
Some students took him up on the offer. Then he told him.
Some. I want to know how many some.
Then
is.
he told him they could slap him. Now, if I could, there's a teacher I'd slap. There's a teacher I definitely.
There's a couple teachers.
I would slap.
Then he told them they could slap him. This is just the next sentence. Several did.
Yeah. It's like that
scene. So several is more than some, right?
Like that scene in Airplane.
Yes.
I gotta get out of here. People they got like a
several
pipe
to me
and
is
a gun.
like 7.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
Is 5.
Some
that was my favorite.
Few is 3.
That was my favorite thing about that airplane scene. Is like, get a hold of yourself. I gotta get out of here. Slapping her, the nun slapping her, and then there's a guy with a baseball bat, then a woman with a gun, and then after the gun is a guy with a pipe. Like that's not gonna finish it off.
Right. Several did slap him. Finally, Dempsey pulled out a steak knife and set the same conditions. One student took the knife and sliced his back. What? Students pulled out their phones and began posting on social media.
We gotta see this.
Videos of that day show the students lining up before the pastor and taking turns spitting on his face while others laugh.
Is this a deleted scene from Game of Thrones?
Dangerous minds.
One student is heard saying, "I'm doing it," while others responded, "Do it." Can I do it again? Another asks. Now You've put these kids on a path where, like, I don't know. I just cut them in once.
Could this be Nike's new campaign?
Just do it again.
Yeah. I'm doing it. Just do it.
Just spit on it.
Another video shows students attempting to cut the pastor's back before the pastor, Judeus, seems to say, quote, "Make me bleed."
No!
I know. It's so
Look, everybody has their thing.
Weird and
Make
dumb.
me bleed now is definitely, he's gone there.
It's a sexual think about the amount of things that have to happen in order for this guy to get off. This is like he's got to have somebody with a steak knife, and I guess it's got to be someone of that age.
I don't know even if it is that. I'm not sure he knows it is that.
So
Danny
in
knows.
these situations, usually someone has done something so wrong that they're trying to punish themselves.
I think he loves Jesus so much. He wants to be Jesus.
I think he's had bad thoughts and wants to be punished.
Ajane Parker, 12 years old, who took part in the activity.
What's the person's name?
Ajane Parker.
Yeah.
Took part in the activity. Said, "Quote: I thought it was very weird and awkward." She told CNN affiliate.
I still cut his ass, but
I took part because I thought it was okay because it was coming from an adult.
Exactly.
By the way, her name sounds like her swearing in court. Ajane Parker.
Yeah, he does.
You solemnly swear to tell the whole truth.
The affiliate also reported the Licking County Sheriff's Office. I mean, this is where we're at.
The Licking County
Sheriff's Office.
L-I-C-K?
I-N-G.
So Judeus is the part-time associate pastor, then the lead pastor, something Ross. The illustration went too far, Ross said in a video that the church later uploaded. But he said it was used to explain the very important topic about crucifixion.
Oh.
Okay. No.
That's like...
How about
He's like, guys, I'm getting crucified for this thing.
Even if you believe in Jesus,
Uh-huh.
how he was killed is not the part that you need to take away.
No.
That was just a run-of-the-mill, here's how we kill people.
Why
That's
he
right.
was killed
That's
and
the
him
way-
coming back.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
exactly.
the way.
You do not need to know the thorns, Yeah.
It's like, I tell the people, I'm like, hey, I'm not shitting on anybody's religion, but you do know when you're wearing a cross, you're essentially wearing a noose or a electric chair.
Wasn't there a comedian who said that?
Yeah, it said like that's the last thing this guy, when he comes back, wants to see is his worst moment in life.
Well, wasn't Jake Johansson's old bit? I love that old bit. He's such a great comic. His bit was like, what if
Jesus died falling in the shower?
And then if everyone at church would be like, whoa, like over and over again.
Instead of this.
It'd be a huge tub at the top of the church.
Do you remember in American movie when Mike Shank's like, that cross doesn't look natural? And Mark's like, dude, do you think when Jesus was standing there, he thought it was natural?
And then he drank some vodka.
I drank
so he said it was used to explain, quote, a very important topic about the crucifixion. The reactions are appropriate, Pastor Ross said. Many of you were disgusted. Many of you were hurt by this. Many of you were confused. Even though the activity was inappropriate, he said, the intent was honorable. No, it was not.
Nothing was honorable.
After letting them spit, slap, and cut him, Judeus sat students down and talked to them about Jesus.
While he's got spit running down his face.
Blood just on the back of his shirt.
Sir, it's really hard to focus right now.
No, I'm okay.
Massive head wound, Harry.
Just a dog licking it.
Talking about how he died an innocent man. Ross said the church does not condone that students or anyone should spit or slap others or use a weapon to harm anyone or to harm themselves.
This guy.
You literally do condone it.
You do, yeah.
I want you to do it so you can show that we're not supposed to do it.
I condone you doing this.
In the same Facebook video by the church, Judeus said it was completely his idea. You know, they were like, here's what you're going to fucking say.
You got to say this. You will take the fall, just like Jesus.
We don't have an after-school program.
No Simon of Cyrene to pick you up when you go down.
Here's another lesson we're going to convey. You're going to die for our sins. Yeah.
But if
you are going down, sir.
If those kids didn't have phones, there's no way he would have said he thought of it.
Period. So you're saying he could have done this in 92 and got away scot-free.
92, he would have said, well, one of the kids was curious if he could do what happened to Jesus to me. And I said, sure.
And I said, sure.
I did not know.
92.
Several would spit on
Thank God I had my steak knife with me.
92, one kid complains, and then that pastor gets all the other kids together and goes, we're taking this kid out. We're all going to contradict this kid's story.
Right.
In the same Facebook video, Judea said it was his idea. No one else knew about his plans. It was over the top and bad judgment. We're going to watch a quick little clip of this, guys. This will be up on the Facebook page.
No. If you're not following the Facebook page, what are you doing?
I know. Okay, ready?
With your life.
Oh, my God.
This is how you see this.
It's creepier than you think it's going to be.
Pivot it a little more, Dan. Let me see it.
Everybody got good on it?
Yeah,
it's already creepy, Dan.
Okay.
Oh, no.
This is it. He's shirtless.
He's shirtless in front of
He's shirtless, and they're trying to cut him from the back with just literally an Outback steak knife.
Oh,
that is
God.
all that is happening in the video.
It's so weird. It's a white guy.
Davius.
And he keeps the problem is, since it's also a steak knife, it doesn't lacerate that well. It's more of a cutting technique.
Did this girl who's being interviewed, did she participate, or was she?
That's Ajane.
That's
right?
Ajane. Who's like that? She's like, this was weird and awkward, and I didn't.
I mean, and what's so weird, Dan, is the fact that these kids put this video out. It's almost like they stabbed him in the back again.
That was perfect.
Could have told him.
That was perfect.
Is that how we ended? Do we need it?
I'm so sorry for misrepresenting the community, the church, the parents, the students, and anyone that I hurt, Dempsey said. It was not my intention. My intention was just to show them about Jesus.
No, it wasn't.
Dempsey said.
That was not your
My
intention.
boner was strictly coincidental.
I have a boner for Jesus.
Judea said he has been a student leader for almost 4 years and that Monday's activity was an anomaly and is not normally what happens.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Like he's making it seem like it just happened and he couldn't control it.
He's making it seem like he didn't bring a steak knife to this meeting.
You created this.
Now,
whether
look,
this happens once or 1,000 times.
I bought some rigging. You guys are going to hoist me up on this. David has a spear. David, you're going to take that. You need to get between the ribs. Otherwise, it won't be the same as Jesus. And then if you can't, I've appropriated all the church's funds to build a tomb.
Ajane, twist it. Twist it inside of me.
My safe word is incarnate word.
I've saved up my vacation hours. I got 3 days off, so you have to let me out after the third day. The church said its board of
Don't feed
directors will conduct a formal review and investigation. What?
What's there to investigate? There's nothing. That is so
You have
sad.
eyewitness accounts, videos, and the person saying they did it. You're out, dude.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
This guy is done
they're
until
like,
they relocate him to another church and he does it again.
They're like, we will definitely launch an invest. Do not launch anything. It's already launched.
It's already launched.
What? He's part-time for a minister, right?
Yeah.
There aren't any quotes from that minister that...
Oh, no, Ross? Yeah, he
Ross.
said a few things where he was like...
this is bad.
Yeah. He said it does not condone the students or anyone would slap others or use a weapon to harm anyone. Although it's his assistant.
Right.
So he kind of did condone it. And he was there, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. He might not have been there. Full disclosure. That's story number one.
This was not on his resume.
No.
Wow.
Church in Dumb People Town can be rough.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
hey, that's
That
how
is
it goes.
dumb. That isn't even dumb, though. That's stupid.
It's stupid
Sorry.
and it's physical.
Yes.
Stupid city.
Someone got hurt.
Yeah. Well, he asked for it, and he probably loved it, and his crime was loving it too much. All right, Derek Waters is with us. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the new. Is it like a half season? What is it?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it on the other side of the break.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back with more Dumb People Town with Derek Waters.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
It's a trying time that challenges all of our basic assumptions. However, one thing that brings us all together is our common humanity. Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges. And Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format. Plus, tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Teams of all shapes and sizes and companies like Google, Fender, and even Costco all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. No matter what device you're using, computer, tablet, or phone, Trello syncs across all of them, so you can stay up to date on all the things your team cares about. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com. Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying connected and productive? And then there's your newest coworker, the cat. Well, your friends at Trello have been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Trello keeps everyone organized and on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Teams of all shapes and sizes at companies like Google, Fender, Costco, and likely your favorite neighborhood coffee shop all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We got Derek Waters with us. Drunk History is back for some episodes.
6 episodes, am I right?
It's going to be 8.
8. All right. Do you want to tell us some of them, or is there stuff that you can tell us about? Can you tease a little bit?
I can give a little tease. Yeah, so this is technically called 6B.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. So Comedy Central makes it look like we did 2 seasons, but doesn't ask for more money.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
weird.
Super
Come on.
fantastic.
Okay.
It's fun. But so the last season of the beginning of 6A, to all you nerds out there, I did like a Are You Afraid of the Dark parody. I did a Are You Afraid of the Drunk with Rich Fulcher, name drop. He'll be around here someday.
Love
Soon.
him. Yeah.
One of the best, if not the.
Yes.
So I wanted to start off this season 6B with some fun, and I loved Ripley's like growing up, so I did. It's called Derek Waters' Believe It or Not, and so we did a lot of fun stories just for the first one. Like, do you remember Lawn Chair Larry?
Yeah,
he was the guy. You do?
Yeah,
that he flew all the weather balloons. And
yes,
went like 6 miles. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Colin Hanks plays him, and he's one.
I love the show, man.
Oh,
I was telling you before we started the Dolly Parton episode with Rich Fulcher and Casey Wilson.
Thank you.
It's not even just funny. It's inspiring. Like it's beautiful. It's one of my
first
favorite
of all, you learn
all the ones.
stuff. You learn stuff, and then. It's so funny on so many levels. Like there are very few shows that actually break through and do something that you've never seen before, and then sustain it, and then evolve,
and go to new places. That's what I feel like it's done throughout this series.
Yeah, I remember back in 2011 at UCB watching Alan McLeod in The Night Before Christmas with
Jim Carrey and Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
Dude, and I was like, this is the greatest fucking thing ever. And like it just it just keeps going up. You know what I mean?
It's always good. It's one of those things where it's like always good.
Yeah, you can jump in.
That's very nice. But you guys know, like after you do something after a while, you're just like, oh man, I need to prove that I can do more than this. But every year I'm just like, I find more stories. I'm just like, this is going to be fun to do. Why stop?
You should never stop doing this because, like we said, it's not a format that exists out there. Like I'm sure so many people have tried to copy it too. Isn't that amazing? People are like, well, we'll do our own drunk history. I'm like, well, no, you can't do it because you have it. And it's like, unless you want to do a bad version of it, like, don't do it.
There's a couple. There's one in UK that I'll tell your listeners and you guys. They don't realize there's one obvious secret. Is don't try to make a comedy show.
There you go.
Make a history show.
That's right.
Like, the premise is the comedy, but then try to take it seriously.
The comedy is a drunk person giving their take on it, and then real actors trying to do those
to be true to the take.
Be true to the take. It's so.
Ask you an off the wall question. Have you ever tried to do it live? Like where you have three people off to on one side of the stage.
It doesn't work because you can't see their lips.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
and like the lip flap or the actual
also
mouth
how beautifully that stuff is shot. Like the period stuff is shot.
Your DP, man.
Yeah, he's the best.
Oh my god.
It's amazing. Who is your DP? Can you shout out?
His name's Logan.
Dude.
He's the best.
Phenomenal.
So
I mean, like brilliant, and each thing itself is like just a wonderful period piece, as it were.
I will say this: I hope you don't stop making them. I know that you want to do other stuff too, but speaking as two people who got a chance to make 4 seasons of a show, 77 episodes of Cheap Seats, I'm so happy we got to make all that and do that. We were in the grind, in the heart of it as we were making it, but now there's a little distance, and I'm glad we made a ton of them.
And also came to a new place later in it. You know, you're like, oh, this is the groove. This is what it is.
Yeah, and I think as long as you keep finding that, then it's like, well, why stop? If it keeps you, as long as it keeps you evolving. Like we're doing Sam Cooke, which is one of my all-time favorite things, and it's a hard story just because there's different versions of how he died. But I was just like, the main point of his life is what he left behind.
That's right. Amen.
Because like a change is going to come. That we did the story of that, and just that he was so hardcore into civil rights, and you never really knew that.
Do you see
the documentary?
Yeah, there was. This is just a brief time. So LeBron James Company, Spring Hill Entertainment, just did Muhammad Ali, What's My Name on HBO.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh my God! There is a brief.
First of all, because Muhammad Ali is the narrator. It's all done by his quotes.
Right,
wow.
and there is a brief interview that is seen with Sam Cooke and Muhammad Ali are hanging out. They sing a little bit together with each other, but like you really understand how special Sam Cooke was based on how much Muhammad Ali was, like the deference he showed to him. It was unbelievable.
100%,
It's like if you want to understand who Sam Cooke was to the black community, watch this interview because Muhammad Ali is like bowing down to him in the biggest way.
I love that.
It was amazing. It was unbelievable. All right, so check it out. And when can people see it? You can see it online, but when it'll be out what days?
June 18th, Tuesdays.
Tuesdays at
10.
Okay,
Ish.
well, whatever it is.
Just watch it.
Either way.
Watch it live. Watch it,
if you miss it live, then watch it on ComedyCentral.com. Just catch up. DVR.
Drunk History.
Thanks, you guys.
good.
And the best part about it is that I think, and the reason why you are perfect for this show is that you celebrate the stupidity of the way things
The
get
misinformation.
The misinformation and the stupidity is celebrated in the most beautiful way, and that is kind of what we're doing right here, which is celebrating the world of the dumb and trying to shine a light on it. So, Dan, do we have another story?
We do. Ready?
Okay.
I'm so
This is a
excited.
fun one.
This is a great show, by the way.
Thanks. This is so fun.
Thanks, buddy. Sent in by Michael Priest at Priest
Nothing to do with the first story.
First story.
Priestography. Yeah, you're right.
I had fun
Priestography.
stabbing my minister.
This is in Oklahoma. I'm going to try this. Oologah. Ulaga? Ulaga sounds right. An Ulaga woman was released from prison in... An Ulaga woman just released from prison in January is back behind bars. This time, she's accused of shooting contraband over a prison fence with a T-shirt gun.
Was there any other reason why a T-shirt gun was invented?
By the way,
I mean, yes, at sporting events, fine.
Sure.
I'm just saying, people's reaction to a T-shirt gun at a sporting event is it's disproportionate to the fact that you're going to get a shitty T-shirt,
or a ball that you won't want.
That's
Or like
true
a
as
little
well.
rubber ball. Like it came to my hands and it bounced out of my hands. I couldn't catch it.
Where did she get her hands on? Can you just buy
I
a
don't think you
T-shirt
can
That's
just
a
cannon?
buy
whole
that.
other thing I want to go
I
down.
think she's gonna be a mascot. I think it's gonna be revealed.
Wait, did you
she's
catch
the-
it?
I didn't catch it, and then I was mad at myself for a second, and then the person behind me got it. I'm like, I'm glad I don't have
Thank
that.
God I don't have to like.
Because once you own it, you own
Now
it.
I got to throw it away.
Here's something I'm going to have to throw in 3 months when I'm tired of looking at it.
And when I was in high school, and a kid even before high school, the cheerleaders would throw little mini Rochelle Township High School footballs in the stand. And
You
it
wanted
was
one so
gold.
badly.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
It's like I have this.
And then
now.
you're right, you got to carry it around the rest of the
All
you gotta carry it
night.
around the
Anyway,
rest of the-
so where does one, you cannot go to T-shirt cannons,
this
T-shirt
is
cannons,
the shit
T-shirt cannons,
people
and
think
things.
about in prison. She was in prison, and that's where this idea, I'm going to get out of here.
And she
What
made
would we
friends
need?
with everybody.
People being like, okay, well, what would we need? Okay, who's out first?
I'm your
Who's out
gal on
first?
the outside. Well, how are you going to get it to us? I'll figure it out.
And they were watching like the WNBA or something, and they were like, genius.
She should not have played loudly off of like her car speaker as she was doing it. Y'all ready for this?
In fuego. Has anyone in this room shot a T-shirt gun ever?
No, I would at a heartbeat, but not a contraband.
No, I'm up there. Like that's if
That would
somebody
be the
said,
most
"Hey,
fun
at the
thing.
Bulls game, Dan, you get to shoot the T-shirt gun every time we do the break."
You'd be like,
I
I'm
think
going
at
to
this
quit my
point, Dan,
job.
they would say at the Bulls game, "Do you want to play?"
Yeah, Dan.
No, I know.
They need a 2-guard.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take it. I can run a screen, but
That's right.
I would love to shoot a T-shirt. That should make that the first pitch of. Do they have anything in the NBA that's like you take the first free throw to start off the game? Do you do anything?
They
like
don't
that?
toss the ball up. No, you can drop the puck in the NHL.
Right.
Throw out a first pitch in there, but like in
T-shirt gun.
Football and
NBA.
yeah, that's a good one. T-shirt gun is a really good one because
Tonight's T-shirt gun shooter, you know them from Cheap
It's-
Seats.
tonight's T-shirt gun shooter, the guy from American Sniper.
no, he's taking out people left and right.
Just so a contraband is for,
Stuff that's not allowed in
Stuff that's
prison.
not allowed in prison.
So what
Anything
does she
that's
throw?
not allowed.
Cigarettes and like
We'll give it- I
wanna
mac
know
and cheese.
The
what's
Oklahoma
inside.
Department of Corrections, the ODC, says security at
needles.
North Fork Correctional
T-shirt.
Center
T-shirts that say innocent.
That's perfect.
That's it.
They say
They're like, we can't have this.
they saw someone launch a package over the fence Sunday morning near a housing unit. They say they locked down the unit and followed the suspect on OHP. And OHP pulled her over not far from the prison. There, they arrested Carrie Jo Hickman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Jo Hickman is the name you make up, and then people who are reading it in your script go, you can't do that. That
Right.
No,
doesn't
I mean,
sound
really
There are
called
people in Ulaga who, like, where were you during the Carrie Jo Hickman trial?
Carrie Jo Hickman definitely tried to kill Gerald Ford.
With a T-shirt gun.
Yes.
But she goes by
Got a whole bunch of-
K-Joe. There's no
K-Jo. Yeah.
K-Jo Hicks.
K-Joe.
You listen to the K-Jo in the morning. K-Jo and the Hickman coming at you.
We're giving out
She's all-
T-shirts at the prison tonight.
When he fired out that T-shirt, brother.
She's a hired Hickman.
Is anyone else? I think it's Ben Roy. Is anyone else watching Ben Roy's Instagram where he wakes his wife up by doing morning radio? Hey, it's gonna be a hot one out there today, guys!
It's really
and he's
funny.
holding up the video, and she's
She
so
hates
pissed.
it.
Oh,
She
So
hates it
much.
more
and
than
he
anything.
goes
so
deep.
long
Oh.
and so deep. Yes, it's really wonderful and
It is-
hilarious.
It's gorgeous. They arrested Carrie Jo Hickman and say they found a T-shirt gun and another plastic package in her vehicle. They booked her into the Beckman County Jail for introducing contraband into a penal
Introducing
institution.
it.
Introducing contraband into a penal colony sounds sexual. Sounds more sexual
Yeah.
than what happened in the story before us.
Where was this?
So wait, so she just fired something over the wall. Are we going to find out what it was?
DOC says the container that went over the fence contained cell phones,
Yep.
earbuds,
Yeah.
chargers, meth,
Oh.
digital scales, pot and tobacco. She shot an industry over that. Literally, that's a whole business. That's a prison business.
Cell phones,
Right.
chargers,
Right.
earbuds,
meth, digital scales.
By the way, cell phones, chargers, earbuds had us on one path.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like
And then
opening
it's like
a tiny
month, I was
Radio
like,
Shack.
we're taking over here.
digital scales, pot, and tobacco. You know that when she got out and all of her friends were still there, she had a list.
Like, I got it.
Who wants what?
I
I'm going to
got it.
shoot this shit over with the T-shirt cannon.
It's like like Leonardo DiCaprio in The Beach. He's like, you're going to the mainland. You got to get me this. And you got to get me this. You got to get me this.
We skimmed over this, but you asked
fact
a
that
question.
I watched The Beach?
Yes.
None of those
Soundtrack
things
by
will
Moby.
get you out of prison, though.
No.
Why not a gun, a knife,
A saw.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
they don't want out. They got a business to run. They need
got stuff
supplies.
to
They like it inside. Brooks,
Okay,
Shawshank.
we skipped over this, but I want to really give it a moment.
Sure.
Where do you get a T-shirt gun?
I don't know.
Like,
Where-
guys, think about it. You have kids. If one of your kids had a T-shirt gun to shoot to their friends at their next birthday party, that would be the biggest hit ever.
Ever.
But how would you procure?
You got to go to the Clippers.
You gotta. I would say
Or the
a
Oklahoma
party
City
planner,
Thunder.
someone that does like
Okay,
party
party planner.
planners.
Party
They
planner.
probably have those,
Or have
and
access to-
Hey, this is Carrie Jo Hickman. Yeah, you plan parties?
yeah, ma'am.
Do
Yes, we do.
retirements, weddings, stuff.
We
Like,
do
okay,
that.
okay.
Uh-huh. Carrie Jo.
How much weight can you shoot out of about a T-shirt?
That's actually never a question we've ever received before,
What if I
Carrie
need
Jo.
to shoot more than a T-shirt out of a T-shirt gun? Sounds
I
to me
would
like
not recommend
you
it.
need a cannon.
I wouldn't recommend it. But
Because it was probably a ball.
yes.
It can only be the weight of a T-shirt. That's probably why these choices are limited.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But a scale.
Well, why
There's
not
a
ask
scale.
for a
Digital
silencer T-shirt gun?
Hey, she
Why
put-
not get one of
'cause
those
it's-
water balloon launchers?
She put.
It's kind of.
Or
a
you
good
mean
idea.
like a Angry Birds thing and
Yes.
catapult it over
Didn't
the-
we have one of those
We
in
did
New
have
York?
one of those. We did have one
And
of
we
those.
threw water balloons out of our window
Yeah,
of
that
our
was
of our
stupid.
high-rise building.
Yeah,
It
tourists.
To
wasn't
what
how-
other buildings?
onto
Like
the
tourists.
street.
It
Yeah.
was so dumb.
Oh, it felt so good.
But it was the summertime, so they appreciated the coolness of.
Records show that Hickman has prior convictions in Kay, Kiowa, and Pawnee counties for drug possession dating back to 2005. They say that the Rogers County Sheriff's officers say her home was searched and also turned up more drugs. And then at the end of this article, we're
And
going
a
to leave her on
giant
this.
mascot head.
They just go, "This is an arrest, not a conviction."
Oh,
So they're letting everybody know.
Look.
Carrie Jo Hickman,
she could be off.
right? She could have just been having
You can't
fun.
prove that it was her.
Either here's the deal.
To me, if I'm the Oklahoma City Thunder, I'm like, you
Pick
got a
this
job.
girl up.
You got a job, girl.
because she could be a cheerleader or a mascot.
I'm putting it out to the town. I'm on tour. You guys are all on dates going around.
If
If
you
anyone can get us into any sort of sporting event, minor league baseball, I don't care what it is, and I get to shoot a T-shirt gun,
Then you've done. You're finished.
I just want to do it.
Have you thrown out a first pitch? Why hasn't Baltimore?
dude, you
could probably pitch for Baltimore at this point.
Yeah,
come on,
you're
you
right.
should do it. I mean,
I-
at Camden Yards, wouldn't you want to do that?
Oh, that'd be a dream come true.
Okay,
We
got
got
to
to make that
this happen.
Can we please try and make that
yeah,
happen?
I would love to. I don't know who you talk to.
You get
We'll
the
figure it
jersey.
out.
You might get the jersey too.
I would love a jersey.
Jersey would be
I
last
have
night.
a
a Jim
homemade
Palmer,
one.
a Jim
Jim
Palmer,
Palmer one. That would be great. Yeah, Jeff
a
Fowler.
Mike Flanagan,
Mike
Steve,
Flanagan.
a Steve Stone.
Whoa.
Steve Stone, that's a
the
Cubs cut, too.
70s. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but he was
70s.
first a pitcher for the Orioles.
threw a
What about
no-hitter
a Don
for the Cubs.
Assey?
Don Ossie.
Ken
What-
Singleton.
Whoa.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, Ken
I don't
Singleton.
think he was a pitcher.
No,
No,
he
he
was
did.
an outfielder.
Yeah.
And then who else was on? Tito Landrum.
Yeah.
Tito Landrum played. He's one of the only players to win a World Series 2 years in a row on two different teams in two
That
different
sound
leagues.
you're hearing is people clicking off the podcast. as Jason goes specifically.
I'm
as-
naming a specific
That's
Baltimore
okay.
Oriole.
We're just saying that, like,
Yeah.
Dan, two things have to happen coming out of this podcast. Number one, Dan needs to shoot a T-shirt
That is
cannon
way
at some
above
sporting
someone
event.
getting to throw a first pitch.
Number two,
does not
Derek
deserve
Waters
it.
needs to throw out a first pitch.
Thank you.
At Camden Yards, and we got to make that happen.
I would
We
love
have
to.
one more story. Dan,
do.
can you give us a little teaser of what we're about to after the break? What we're going to hear?
It has to do with sperm.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Oh, man.
We've done it all on this show. Derek Waters is with us. Drunk History 6B. 8 more episodes coming out. You want to check that out Tuesday nights on Comedy Central, starting on 6/18. We'll be back right after this.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Sklar
Hello.
Brothers here with Daniel Van Kirk.
Yep.
Hey, go see Daniel Van Kirk live. He is really one of the best people to see live. If you go to danielvankirk.com, you can check that out. I don't know when this is specifically dropping. I know we will be in San Francisco at the end of this month. This might, yes, I think drop the week that is happening.
Yes.
We'll be at Cobb's Comedy Club on the 28th and 29th, which is a huge club, and we'd like to fill it up. So all you Derek Waters fans who are listening to this podcast and all you people who are in San Francisco, please come up and hang out with us at these wonderful shows at this great club. If you go to supersklars.com, you can see all of our dates. For our San Diego people, want to mention that we are not going to be in San Diego at the end of July. We're going to the Montreal Comedy Festival. We got invited there.
Yeah.
But we pushed it to January, so we'll be in San Diego in January. A great time.
We'll
to
be there.
And I forgot when this dropped. I'm on tour right now.
Yeah,
So go to
there you
Daniel
go.
Van Kirk. I'm in the Midwest. Come hang out with me.
Come do it. All right.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, follow Derek Waters on Twitter and Instagram. A great Twitter and Instagram follow.
That's very nice. Thank you.
At Derek Waters.
With
Then-
2 S's.
2 S.
Sent in by Kyle Andrews at Kyle Andrews 18. Technology will never fail to amaze and baffle us in equal measure. As contraptions get more and more
Okay,
advanced.
don't start this out like
This
this is
person
like a
thinks they're like-
sharper
he's a
image
writer.
article, right? This is
Yeah.
like a we gotta get flowery.
Yeah.
This is like the
Did you
beginning.
ever see that? Does that ever happen? As people are getting super drunk on the show, and they want to say that they get more flowery with their language and more sort of like
Verbose.
they feel like I need to add more to this story.
Yes. And
Who
I
has
just
done
say,
it? Can you remember one person who's kind
They
of
all do.
They
that.
all really.
And I always say, you've already said that. You've already said that. Keep going. But this is the power of the drunk brain, is that it'll be like just at the end of whoever we're talking about, Benjamin Franklin. And right before he died, he said to his wife, oh, wait, I forgot. Can I start again? Yeah, go ahead. So Ben Franklin was born. No, do not
Do not
fucking
start at the very beginning.
And that's the
But
drunk
I
brain.
love that you leave everything in too.
Yeah,
you leave
yeah.
it all in,
Yeah.
like just before, and you've got Ben
Yeah.
Franklin sitting there with his wife. Oh wait, and he kind of looks at the camera. It's so fucking good.
Oh, thanks. man.
Do it.
All right, let's
Technology-
hear this writer.
Technology will never fail to amaze and baffle us in equal measure as contraptions get more and more advanced. Just like this machine in China, which is being used to help men donate sperm.
Okay.
So it's a hand job machine.
Like cows.
You
Happy
got that?
ending?
All right. That's it.
Oh, look at
you
that.
put your penis
You
in
walk up to it about hip height.
It
and
milks
it's got-
you.
It's a
This is-
little.
by the way,
this is like
thrusting-
seems like
a
it's at a
thrusting
mall.
tube.
When
This
does
se-
it get cleaned?
It's right next to the blood pressure thing at CVS.
when it also gives you your Dr. Scholl's number.
What are you looking at? Do you at least see like stuff?
No,
You just stand there?
sir. If you need that, there's a room. You can either look and use yourself, or you can.
Sir, your wife is trying on 3 outfits in this
Derek
Nordstrom.
Waters
Just stand at this thing.
Cutting to the chase. What are you looking at?
Yeah. And also, I like to be in charge. I don't like when you're just getting a pig to suck your dick. Like,
Well, here's the deal.
that's what it looks
I mean,
like.
this to me is the step to try and go to hands-free everything.
Everything.
It's a hands-free hand job.
But more of this technology. What's this guy's name? I want to get on him.
Who sent us the story?
Yeah.
Kyle,
No, the
at
guy who
Kyle
wrote-
Andrews
the
sent
guy-
us the
Kyle
story.
Andrews,
he sent
18.
us the story. He
yeah,
didn't
but
write
who wrote it?
Well-
Who wrote it?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
But my point is that this is more and more examples of how we will die because no one's going to want to reproduce.
You know who wrote
that
this?
might feel amazing.
Jess Hardiman.
Jess.
Yep.
Yeah, great.
Hardiman.
Hard man.
Hard man.
I mean,
I'm
hard
hard
man.
man.
Hard man. You want to write a story about Chinese jerk-off machine? Sure.
Oh, and that's where it is? Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm a
China.
slow learner.
China.
Okay,
China.
keep going. Sorry.
The footage of the machine in action has gone viral for obvious reasons, largely because it's pretty
No
bizarre
pun
sight to
intended, Dan.
behold. There you go. Largely because it's pretty bizarre sight to behold, but also because it's a potential solution for men who struggle with masturbation or find
How?
Who struggles with masturbation? I get struggling with sex, but like masturbation, it's
Maybe
like,
Jim Abbott. Sorry, too
I met
soon.
him, by the way. I met him. A really nice guy.
I love Jim Abbott.
or men who
I
find
gotta
the
give you a
idea
hand for bringing that one up.
or men who
Two hand jokes.
or men who find the idea of going into a room to pleasure themselves into a plastic cup to be a little unnerving. Why is that unnerving?
Why is it unnerving?
I mean, it might be for some people, but
I know
I don't
you
know
hate-
that standing in a hallway while you're your dick gets pumped by a machine.
It's
is any
unnerving. They're saying that this is not nerving.
This is less nerving.
There's no nerves to this.
There's no nerves to this.
Yeah.
You're just standing in front of a machine. Nothing to see here. Pants
Yeah, you're
off.
right. I guess
Fast pass.
If one is unnerving, this would be nerving, right?
You're like, man, I just don't know how to do. I don't know how to get myself off.
Well, step
I'm
right
sorry.
over here.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
something that can help me?
Okay. Yep. Plant your feet. We're going to see if you have any bunions.
By the way, this is probably developed from the same technology that milks cows. Am I
It
right?
is.
Yes.
It's one of those, like.
The clip has been the hot clip has been doing the
That's
rounds
my
on
quiet
social
name,
media
stop.
with one person. One person quipped, "If you build it, they will come."
Stop it.
Comment jokes. Comment jokes.
By the way-
comment jokes.
And that's
Papa-
wrong. It should be like if you milk it, they will come.
Someone
Or,
else.
sorry, it
ahead.
does about it good.
Yeah.
But also, Papa, where did I come
Good to
from?
the last drop.
Show her the video.
Someone else.
This is where you came from. Was it at Woodstock, Papa?
Yeah.
No.
No, it was
No.
in a Chinese.
Look at this machine.
It was at a Chinese CVS.
I fucked a pig.
Someone else pondered, quote, I mean, does it put all the output together like a sperm smoothie? That is true. Like once it's out, where does it go
Where does it
then?
go inside the thing?
A third wrote, and you've already called this, Derek Waters. A third person wrote, I feel sorry for whoever has to clean these machines.
I feel sorry for whoever has to go second.
The automatic sperm
That's right. Who's someone having trouble masturbating? You're number 2 in the lineup.
the automatic sperm extractor, which is in quotes, I guess it's the name of it.
Sure.
The ASE.
Now you're trying to make it sound like a Wonka creation. Like,
I know.
come on, kids.
Snozberries.
Look like
Come
For
Snozberries.
me, and you'll see a world of your imagination.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say pure
ejaculation.
the cummy man can.
The automatic sperm extractor machines featured a lubricated pipe which resembles a female organ and massages and stimulates the penis to simulate sexual intercourse.
But by the way, still looks like a blood pressure machine.
Yeah.
100%.
So to Derek Waters' point at the beginning, there is
No, it looks like
nothing.
an ATM machine with a blood pressure machine in the middle of it.
So like there is nothing about it that is sexual. So if you want all the pleasure of sexuality with a cold robot, then enjoy it.
also, like the machine can't look at you disapprovingly, so it's not like sex at all.
For those of you listening, picture a subway when you walk through a subway.
token taker.
A token taker. But then imagine like just the mouth of a pig and standing right in front of it, and the pig's going, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
A lot of trepidation.
Yeah. I'm in. I'm out. I'm on it. I'm not.
According to The Sun, the machines have been made by a Chinese company following concerns from the country's government over severe shortage of sperm donations.
Don't we have the most people in
Yep,
China? Am
we're
I
doing
wrong?
fine.
We're
Also,
Our
didn't-
world is doing fine with its population.
Don't they have more men than women?
Recently, well, this might solve that problem too.
Okay.
Recently, state-run media asked volunteers to, quote, show their compassion and help mitigate the country's aging problem.
Come on.
But many prospective donors were apparently put off by the thought of doing so in a clinical environment.
Dan, by the way, I just want to take this moment as we're doing this story to remind people, this reminded me of this. If you're still on our drip, you should leave drip and head over to Patreon. I just thought of
That's
drip.
a good time.
Thank you.
I get that. I'm picking up what you're putting out.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Hospitals mostly use masturbation as their collection method without providing a venue or equipment. A venue.
A venue.
That's inventor Ding Zhuang told Reuters.
I mean, you could call, and this
called
is going to be
the
a very
machine.
bad. This is going to be a very bad joke, and I apologize to everybody.
Don't.
This,
At Sklar Brothers.
you could call the machine Ding Wang.
Ding
There you
Zhuang.
go.
Ding Zhuang.
This makes collecting sperm on
I gotta
site.
get my ding Zhuang.
We'll do it.
The hospitals don't give you a venue or equipment. Quote, this makes collecting sperm on site very difficult. We invented an automatic sperm extractor, which is
Is it
also
that difficult?
user-friendly.
Okay, how many people, how many sperm banks out there are saying, God, we just can't.
We're getting the guys in here. We just can't get them to
perform.
We
Right.
cannot get. We're so low on product.
You can lead a guy to a sperm break, and
Our
you can't
points are
make
from the
it come.
60s.
Yeah, they're just. There's a lot of story.
pixelation.
No, there's a whole lot of backstory.
Sure.
Guys are stuck watching.
What if we
scenes.
said this about porn? if there is an exterior shot of a building, that's too much backstory.
Too much. You don't
I
need
don't
to
want to
establish
know
anything.
geography.
Do you think this is part of 2019 where we're just so fucking lazy we can't jerk off?
That's it. I think that's what
somebody
they're
said
saying.
it.
You can't say it's not part of it.
Do it
But-
for me.
Quote. There's
Yeah.
a quote. First of all, it stimulated a female organ. I think they meant to say simulated. And then replicates the physical movements of sexual intercourse by moving back and forth. The Medical Science and Technology Center sells around 10,000 of the unusual machines every year, each costing how much in U.S. dollars do you guys think this pig mouth sex machine
One.
costs?
Are they together? Is it a group of them or is it just one?
It looked like in that video we saw, it looked like they were lined up, but that might have been for a demonstration.
Okay.
I'll go 50 grand.
50 grand. Jay?
I'm going to say $10,000.
$10,000.
I'm going to say if it's more than $20,000, they're just jerking you around.
At Sklar Brothers.
I'm going to say 20,000.
They sell 10,000 of the usual machines a year, each costing, and this is in U.S. dollars, $5,632.
Oh,
bucks.
Jason.
Ten
Very
thousand.
good.
$5 grand.
Less than what you think. Many of these,
Not a bad deal.
Not a
many
bad
of these machines, pretty
good.
This is what China wanted for their population, but many of these are reportedly also shipped to the U.S., Germany, Russia, and France.
Hey, listen, you don't have to take it out to dinner. Am I right? Am I right?
I don't. You could take it with you to dinner.
Maybe. You know my friend Gloria.
Gloria Holes.
Daniel Van Kurt.
There you
But
go.
there's got to be a negative story to that.
Nope,
There
it's
has-
all positive. It's all
There's
positive.
no one that got stuck in there.
Yeah,
like,
man stuck
yeah,
in
like,
machine.
Come back, Derek
Christmas
Waters.
story.
I'll save it for
Ralphie
you.
getting stuck in there.
Dude.
What started out as fun ended with an unhappy ending
You'll
for
shoot-
one local Olahoga man.
You'll shoot your load out.
It was
Okay.
baby Jessica's boyfriend.
You're going to
got
shoot
stuck.
your one eye out.
Maybe Jessica, the one who fell in the well.
Well,
Yeah. I was just trying to come, sir.
Those are our stories.
There
friends.
you go.
Wow, dumb.
That is Dumb People Town.
No, that is dumb.
He is Derek Waters, and I know I am going to be one of the many people watching 6B, season 6B
Yeah.
of Drunk History, one of our favorite shows. It's brilliant comedy on the highest level done by a truly awesome and sweet guy, Derek Waters. You have an open invite to come on this show whenever you want to, whenever you're promoting something
do it live
or not.
sometime.
We'll
It's
do it
super
live with
fun.
you
Oh,
sometime.
the live idea is great.
I love it.
And if you can vote for Emmys, vote for us.
Vote
if you
for them.
can,
Vote
do
for
it.
these guys. You certainly deserve one. And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down. It's Dumb People Town.
Scorpions Avenue.
A podcast network.